Good morning, Capricorn, and welcome to my channel. This is the Oracle of Zoraya Utranaya, and today I'll be doing a reading for you for the latter half of the year, starting at the summer solstice and ending with the winter solstice, okay? So I've already cut your decks. I've shuffled them all 7 times each, utilizing the numerology of the date of the summer solstice, which was June the 20th, 2024. So let's dive right in. All right, Page of Wands. We are starting with the Page of Wands. Page of Wands is very curious gentleman. He is a lesser interpretation of the Knight of Wands, which is the builder of the tarot. A lot of impetuous energy here, a lot of action-oriented behaviors, okay? So perhaps you have been looking into starting a new project or upgrading yourself. Maybe you're doing research on how to go about upgrading your skills. Maybe you are trying to pursue a project or a hobby or an endeavor that you don't have much skills in. It is something new that you are trying to pursue. So you are looking in, as you see, he has like the magnifying glass. You are looking into information. You're seeking out information perhaps on the best way to go about diving right into this new project or new skill set or new hobby or endeavor that you are looking to do. This could even be seeking out some higher education or expanding your knowledge with respects to whatever it is that you are trying to build. Okay, maybe thinking like seeking out information that is outside of the box, different ways, different perspectives on how you can go about doing something to get to the same ends, but via a different road, a different avenue, right? All right, let's keep going and seeing where this takes us, because I don't really get that much information from this card here. Okay, Nine of Pentacles. There we go. That's better. So when I take both of these two together here, the Nine of Pentacles is pre-Empress energy. It is all about stepping into your independence, how you can take care of yourself, how you can become self-reliant, and how you can be more autonomous and resourceful, okay? So you are definitely looking at different ways that you can learn about becoming more self-reliant, more independent, and honing your skills to step into this more independence vibe, okay? Now, like I had mentioned before, the Nine of Pentacles is a pre-Empress energy, so it's very luxurious. She likes the lifestyle that she has built for herself, and she even wants it to become more luxurious. She has, normally on a normal Rider-Waite deck, she has a falcon that is on her wrist that either has the blinders on or doesn't. So this is about training your focus. And so we put this two together here. You're really focusing in on your independence, your wealth, and your finances, perhaps, your resourcefulness, your abundance. Okay, abundance can mean different things for different people. It can obviously mean money. Excuse me. It can obviously mean money, but when you think about it, like, what does money let you have? Abundance of time to do whatever you want, to maybe focus on developing skills that perhaps you wouldn't have the chance to develop if you didn't have the time to do it, if you were working 50 hours a week for someone else, right? So there's an abundance of time, there is abundance of love, there is abundance of friends, there's abundance of family, there's abundance of creativity, there is abundance of resources, abundance of freedom. So what does abundance mean to you? And then you're going to be looking in how you can maximize your abundance by looking at different methodologies and different strategies to help you put into action what you've learned and then achieve it, okay? She is growing grapes on the normal Rider-Waite deck. So let's see here. She has this cornucopia on her head here of different fruits. Okay, so she's grown, she has a skill that is needed, a specific skill to grow specific crops. And I noticed here that there is a little snail or right at the top. I don't know if you can see that. So it's like your process might be slow to start, especially if you're looking into developing a new skill, but you're being encouraged to go into it. Okay, the process might be slow to start, but once you get going, once you build that momentum, and you're going to be stepping into the energy of the Page of Wands, right? So this is really go, 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 action oriented. This is fire energy. Okay, so despite the fact that it might be slow to start, maybe through this summer solstice, once you get this going, the train's going to leave the station in a nice momentum. Okay, you're going to be able to keep up with the energy that is needed to keep this going. Okay, so also the Nine of Pentacles can be about having the ability to share your resources with other people too. So normally there is 6 pentacles on one side and 3 on the other. So if you are looking into becoming an entrepreneur, this is just coming up, I'm going to just say, like, look into how much money you should be putting aside for tax purposes and stuff like that, or seeing like how you can navigate, maybe seeking out some expert advice on how you can keep more of the money that you have earned. But I'm definitely getting here, just with the magnifying glass here, is just making sure you're learning all aspects of that, because you don't want to get burned later on. Okay, and yeah, so on the normal Rider-Waite deck, there is 6 pentacles on one side and 3 on the other, and this indicates that she is always willing and able to give 3 pentacles away to any philanthropic endeavors, perhaps that she feels might be deserving of it, or people in her life, family or friends that might need it, but she always keeps 6 for herself. And this is not selfish. You can't give from an empty cup, and you always need to make sure that you have enough for yourself and your family to sustain whatever life may throw at you. So sometimes you might not even want to give that away, and that is okay as well. But you have more than enough. You're building this cornucopia. You're becoming quite resourceful. You're not having any sort of lack mentality here, and this is nice to see. You're enjoying the fruits of your labor, and this is nice. You're enjoying you're reaping what you've sown, and you're enjoying the seeds that you have sown. And then we have the Five of Wands. All right. So the Five of Wands can indicate war games. Okay, so it's like practicing. It is like developing a skill, and what I was just talking about that, right? With the Nine of Pentacles having the Falcon on her hand. So you're developing a skill, you're focusing on developing a skill, and any sort of trials, tribulations, and traumas and challenges that perhaps you are facing currently or you have faced in the recent past is practice for you, and you're not getting into victim mentality here. You are using every sort of hiccup, every sort of challenge as a way to develop your skill even more, to make you into a stronger person. You're seeing the diamond in the rough. You're seeing the silver lining in every situation, even though sometimes it might be annoying, even though sometimes it might be stressful at times. Like fives can be it is a number, numerology of like conflict and competition. Okay, but that's not what I'm getting here. Like, so normally there are 5 individuals on the normal Rider-Waite deck that are fighting with wands, right? And so they're fighting with wands. No one's getting hurt because they're practicing and they're developing their skill and they're becoming stronger at what they are pursuing, right? And so, yeah, like especially when you see it with this, you're seeing things from a different perspective. You're looking at from a bird's eye view here. Okay, we got more birds here. So you're seeing things from a bird's eye view. You're seeing the bigger picture, and you're seeing how every situation is making you develop your character and helping you become a stronger person, to help you navigate life from a better standpoint. Okay, so I utilize this analogy a lot. I'm currently reading Lord of the Rings. Okay, I just started the 3rd book. So this is a 3 novel, some could even say 4 novel story, an epic story of of the hero's journey through different adventures, right? And so he has a purpose in life. He was a very simple Frodo was a very simple hobbit. He lived in the Shire, never ventured outside of the community little town, the Shire that he lived in. Lived a very simple life, never really had much challenges face to face in his life before. Okay, then lo and behold, his uncle gave him this big burden that he had to destroy a ring that could save the whole world if he did this, right? Because Sauron, if he got a hold of it, it would be just like the worst thing ever. So he, like, Gandalf the wizard, could have just got his hawk friend and carried Frodo in the sky, flew him all the way to Mordor, and Frodo could have just dumped the ring in the fire, and then that would have been the end of the story. But no, Frodo had to go on this epic adventure on foot. He had to leave his comfort zone of the Shire. He had to go through all of these challenges and tribulations that really highlighted and exposed to him aspects of himself that he didn't even know existed. He realized how strong he was in times of adversity. He had to face some darker aspects of himself at times, and sometimes he exposed some very naive and innocent aspects of his personality. Okay, so you're seeing how these situations in your life make you a stronger person, and you're being able to utilize all of the history of what has happened to you in order for you to strategically position yourself in a strong way so you can become as self-reliant as possible. Very interesting. Good for you, Capricorn. All right. With the Page of Wands, we have the Page of Wands again. All right, so definitely the universe is saying I meant what I said when I'm talking about having some impetuous drive. You have this latter half of the year is going to be you putting things into action for you to establish your self-reliance and your self-independence. And you are learning about different ways that you can see things from a higher perspective on how things are actually working for you and not to you. Okay, and what I'm getting here, we got more bird imagery, but there are some cardinals here. So pay attention. Perhaps cardinals, I don't know if you know, but they can indicate, if you see them out, that a loved one that has passed is trying to communicate with you. So pay attention to your dreams, or pay attention to see if you see any cardinals, because it is just a loved one saying hello that has passed. Okay. And then with the 9 of Pentacles, we have the Queen of Swords. Okay. So the Queen of Swords, she can be quite cold and unemotional, but what I really get out of this image here of the Queen of Swords is on a normal Rider-Waite deck, we have her sitting on a throne, and her head used to be in the clouds. Okay, the clouds were kind of fogging up her vision or her of what is coming up in the future. But now they have dissipated and they are below her shoulder, so she's able to see clearly. Okay, and she has in her hand, in one of her hands, she has a sword, kind of protecting herself from anything that might want to hurt her, or she can defend herself. But then she, in her other hand, she's opening to receive. Okay, so she's learned from her past. She has been hurt before. She has gone through challenges, trials, tribulations, and traumas, but she's not closing herself off from receiving any good gifts or anything, good energy, and with respects to her independence here. So you're protecting yourself. You're learning from your past, right? With the Five of Wands and with the Queen of Swords, you are integrating all of the trials, tribulations, and challenges you've gone through. You're using them as fuel to make yourself a stronger person, but you're still open to receive gifts from the universe and from other people, so you're not closing yourself off. You're able to see clearly and how you can step into your true authentic power, on how you can be more independent as well. But you're integrating and you're using every sort of challenge that you've gone through in the past as fuel. You are guarding yourself, but you're not closing yourself off from blessings as well. And then with the Five of Wands, we have the Ten of Pentacles. So we go from the Nine of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles here is how we end the reading. Okay, so whatever it is that you're doing, you're really being strategic. You're seeing things from a bird's eye perspective on how you can utilize every situation, be it positive or negative, to your own advantage. It's in your own perspective, right? Everything is perspective, and you can use things as fuel to make you a better person, or you can become a victim. And Capricorn, you are not being the victim here, and you are actually stepping into Ten of Pentacles energy. Whatever it is that you are working on, this self-independence, this self-reliance, you're honing a skill, you're developing yourself even more to be a stronger person, and you're establishing, in the end, intergenerational wealth. Okay, so whatever skills you are focusing to develop, be it in finance and in your investments, in just growing your own food, whatever it is, you're becoming self-reliant. You're not relying on the external world to get your needs met. You're being strategic. You're paying attention to what is going on in the world as well. And you are using everything to make you stronger. And this is going to prove to be very fruitful for you in the end. Let's end off here with a Star Code Astro Oracle, and we have Saturn structure. So this is very good because you, Capricorn, are ruled by Saturn. So very powerful reading for your end, the second half of the year for yourself. Saturn rules that which we must build over time. So like your wealth. Bones, teeth, personal authority, maturity, borders, discipline, traditions, and organization. Saturn, like Jupiter, is a huge gas giant. With its rings of ice and rock, it represents the boundary of the visible solar system as the last planet humans can see with the naked eye from Earth's surface. Saturn, traditional ruler of Capricorn and Aquarius, takes 29.5 years to round the zodiac and forms challenging aspects to itself approximately every 7 years. Hence the 7-year itch in a marriage, and 21 as the traditional age of official adulthood. Saturn asks you to step into the next level of maturity and personal authority. So that's your personal independence and self-reliance. Think of Saturn as a martial arts master who pushes you to grow through workouts, discipline, and tests that allows you to prove what you know both to yourself and to others, right? You're seeing how, like I had mentioned, you're seeing things from a bird's eye view on how even challenges make you a stronger person. Look for a mentor or choose to mentor another. Honor the teacher, but don't give away your power. Listen to the experts, mix their wisdom with your experiences, and make your own wise decisions. If you feel like someone is abusing their authority or undermining yours, set firm boundaries and hold them accountable. Study, cope, and grow up. Look pragmatically to the skeleton and teeth either of your own body or in the metaphorical structure of your project. Can this endeavor stand up and take a bite out of life? Make sure the foundations are strong. The organizational structures are in place and build out from there. As you gain strength in mind, muscle, and bone, you can become stiff. So remember to stretch your body and your soul. Very awesome reading, Capricorn. If this reading resonated for you, please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. That is something that you'd like to do. You can also hit that bell notification to let you know when I release new videos. And if you want a more holistic approach as to what is going on with the latter half of your year, not only check out your sun sign, but also your moon, your rising, and your Venus. I am truly grateful for all the energy you brought me here today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful end of year. Bye-bye.